Okay, well, here we are, folks. We are live, and I want to wish you all a very, very happy, Merry Christmas. So we've got to get that out of the way immediately. And I hope that you guys are having a fantastic Christmas Eve. And we're going to have a cool show. I'm really looking forward to it. Of course, we're going to talk about all the paranormal, all the fun things. I promise you, we're going to have lots of conversation. So wherever you are, wherever you may be, I want to say hello to all you guys. And I'm supposed to email my sister. Whoops! I just when you're doing it's it's kind of like when you got so many things. It's like so many things going on. Thank God I have a producer on Friday nights to help me out, because if I didn't, I'd be in trouble. So we have a producer behind the scenes, and you guys on TikTok, and even you guys all watching on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter and where. It's a kgradb.com radio. And so fantastic, a good guy, Bill. He's owner, and he's producing the show behind the scene on the Facebook and YouTube and Twitter. And so anyway, Merry Christmas to all you guys. And we have some folks from I saw El Salvador and from UK, and one person is from Israel. So it's really cool. I mean, because Merry Christmas right back to you, Richard from the UK, and it's so neat to be able to talk to you guys from all over. Northeast Europe. It's just fascinating. It really is fascinating. Now today is Paranormal Friday, and yep, we're going to have Paranormal Friday as normal. We're going to talk about ghosts, goblins, and ghouls, and demons, and vampires, and werewolves. So it is still Paranormal Friday. So I promise you, we are going to get right into it. I guarantee you, we're going to have a good time. Also, we have some very special giveaways tonight. Now, I some of you are going to be really cool, and you're going to be so excited about this because when I saw this, I thought, you know what, I got to get it. I've got to get this, and I've got to use this as a giveaway. I want because I like to. You guys are spending your Christmas Eve with us. And so I thought, let's make this special. So I am going to give away some pretty cool things tonight. Very, very cool things. So make sure you tell all your friends and all your family that we are going to be doing giveaways, and this is going to be very cool. Now, so for example, there is a very cool, a couple jewelry pieces that I'm going to be giving out. A friend of mine is a jeweler, and sometimes he sends those to me and says, "Hey, look, give these out for your show." Oh, okay, sure, absolutely. And of course, now I'm kind of jealous because I'm like, "Well, dude, send me one of these." But this one thing that we're going to be giving out this is a beautiful, absolutely beautiful. He said it's sterling silver, and it's a crucifix, and you have. Obviously, there's not. I don't think they're real diamonds, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't take away from it, but it's beautiful. And there we go. You guys can't really see it because there's so many lights, but there's a crucifix here, and then behind it are some absolute beautiful little, I guess cubic zirconians. I guess that's what we'd call them. But boy, it's pretty beautiful. So I'm going to be giving this out tonight. This is going to be giving away tonight. And it is, and you guys can't see it because that stupid green screen on TikTok. But anyway, it's. I'm telling you, it really is absolutely gorgeous. Plus, this evening, I'm going to be giving out, and I believe this ring, for those of you who want to know, I believe it's a size 10, but you can get one of these things from Walmart to, if it's too big, or any jewelry store that you can put it around it, and you can, if it's too big, it fits. But here's also a ring that I'm giving out tonight as well. This is a Saint Michael ring, and that is what it looks like here. For those of you who are on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter, I know you can't see it because, again, the green screen, but here is the Saint Michael ring. It's a pretty good size ring. So this is not a small ring. So I want to give everybody just know that it's a pretty good size. And I believe this also is a size 10 as well. But again, you can get one of those things that fits. Also, this is very cool. A friend of mine, she loves collecting crystals and she loves rocks and just anything and everything. And so she sent me a couple of I love these little bottles, and inside these bottles are all kinds of different crystals. And some of you love them, so I think they're beautiful. But I want to make it clear, I'm not promoting that the crystals are replacement for Christ. I'm just saying I love them. So this is turquoise, and I'll be giving this away as well. There is turquoise. So this is going out again. This will be going out as well. And quartz, for those of you who love quartz. So, and here is the quartz. So I'll be giving all those out, but that's not it. And folks, that's not all. The big grand finale. And I love this. I wish I would have bought me one. For those of you who like horror stories, horror movies, if you like Michael Myers and Jason and Freddy and It and all that, this is a brand new a pillow. This is going out tonight. And let me turn this off here so that you guys can see it. Bear with me for everybody. Hold on. Okay, hold on. I'm going to turn this green screen off so you guys can see it. No, cancel. I don't want to end it because I know you guys can't see it on there. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Sorry. I know it's here it is. So this is for those of you on TikTok. There you go. And it's a pretty comfortable pillow. And it's also on the back side as well. Okay. So this is brand new, and I'm giving this out tonight as well. So here this is. And for those of you who see it, so it really is a cool pillow. I think it's very, very cool. So for those of you who are interested in scary movies and things like that, I think you're going to really, truly enjoy it. So again, just something that I wanted to do. It's not something I have to do, but it's something that I like to do. It is Christmas Eve. So I'd like to certainly pass along some things to you guys as a sign of my appreciation that you've taken the time to be here today. I'll just put it on this one. So anyway, there we go. That's going to be this evening. All right. Michael Myers is my husband. I hope not. That's pretty scary stuff. So yeah, you're right. M. Quince and I had one in my car for Halloween. They sold out. I'm telling you, these things go fast. I mean, I know a person who makes these, and they go by so fast. And so anyway, I just wanted to give you guys heads up. We'll be doing that a little bit later on today. Don't worry, we are here for a little bit, and we're going to have a good time. Now, before we begin, I want to say, Christmas, first of all, I don't believe that blood relation necessarily makes you family. I think blood relation makes you blood related to somebody. Family is people that you have chosen to love, and they love you with all your strengths and all your weaknesses, and they appreciate you. And on the days that are hard days, they're there for you, and they're not there to break you down or tear you down. They love you on your worst days, and they love you on your best days. And these are family. That's a family. And we have to remember, I know a lot of people right now that you might not be able to get to your family. Perhaps maybe you're sick, or because of COVID, or whatever it might be. And I know there are people right now that are perhaps maybe even a little depressed because of it. Well, just remember, we have developed a little family here, and I appreciate all of you. And I truly, honestly, I believe with all my heart that blood relation doesn't make you family. It's the people that you love, and the people that love you right back, the people that got your back, the people that on those really, really bad days, they're going to be there for you no matter what. And so I do appreciate my family and those who are blood related and those who are not. Wilma, for those of you who don't know Miss Wilma, she is a 66-year-old woman. And she is absolute family to me. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. She's family. And she's just one of those very, very special people that would always be there for you no matter what. So I had the opportunity to spend Christmas Eve, unfortunately, a little bit of time because I had to jump back here as quickly as I could to jump on the show. But I had the opportunity to spend some time with my family for Christmas and for Christmas Eve. And they're very, very special. It meant a lot to be there. It really does. I appreciate my family a lot. Because again, I always know that they have me they have my back on the good days and bad days, and they know me. They know James. Bishop Long is one thing, but they know James. And so I tell you, my little niece Sophia, which by the way means love of wisdom. So Sophia, I don't know. I think she's watching, but Sophia, your name means love of wisdom. And by the way, it's very important because wisdom was one of the most important things in Scripture, because wisdom is where you find truth. So that's what Sophia means. Now, and of course, I have another beautiful niece, Amelia, and of course, my sister Emily and Jennifer and Shannon. But anyway, I went there and I was told that Sophia had written a prayer, and she has it on her wall. And she prays this prayer daily. And I just thought the wisdom of this young little girl was amazing, just amazing. I want to share this prayer with you because when she read it to me, I said, you know what, I'm going to take a picture of this because I want to share it with others. And it's pretty powerful. It's absolutely, absolutely powerful. So listen to this, and I'll get to your paranormal questions. I promise you. But right now, I know that they're watching and they'll be going to bed here soon because Santa Claus is coming around very, very soon, and so I know that they'll be hitting the bed relatively quickly. Believe me, they're ready to go. But this is her prayer. She says, "Dear Lord, I pray that Mommy doesn't get C. diff, and that the cat doesn't have C. diff either. They had a little small cat from the vet, and the cat is having some problems with sickness, and they think they finally narrowed it down. It's to it's a horrible allergies, a food allergy that the cat may have. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that's the issue, and I think it is. It's food allergies. It's causing the cat to be very sick, but." Beautiful little cat, beautiful cat. So anyway, she says, I hope the cat doesn't have C. diff either, and that that they can fix her completely normal so that we don't have to ever deal with this again because they're stressed about it. In your son's holy name, amen. Dear Lord, I pray that the rapture will happen soon so we can see you, Lucy, Nee, and everybody in heaven. In your son's holy name, amen. And dear Lord, I pray that COVID-19 comes to an end soon, and that all the people in the hospital will get better, and that you put your healing hands on them. In your son's holy name, amen. And dear Lord, I pray that all the people who don't believe in you, that they will someday believe in you, or someone will tell them about you, Lord, and thank you for dying on the cross and everything you do for us. In your son's holy name, amen. And I just thought, what a powerful little prayer from a little girl. And I just thought, here's this child here, it is so sad that you have this little child who now has to pray of this terrible COVID disease. But she's so worried that other people who have it, and hopefully that God, removes this COVID from us. And I think we're all praying that. But I think it was so beautiful. It was absolutely so beautiful that it was very thoughtful. And but that's the type of person she is. I mean, really, see, her parents, if I can brag a little, Emily, my sister, and Jeremy are just fantastic. I mean, these are the type of parents that you would be very proud to have. And I know and I'm not implying that you're not proud of your parents. But for those of you who may not have had wonderful parents, these are the type of parents that you're thinking, man, those kids are lucky. And of course, Jeremy, and Emily are lucky to have such beautiful, beautiful little babies. Just tremendous, tremendous kids. So for all the kids who are going to bed worried about COVID and who are thinking about those individuals who may not know Christ, well, let me just say this. And Sophia, for those of Sophia, maybe hopefully she's watching. I'll just say this. We have a pretty large following there on TikTok. I'm very proud of what we've built as a community. Now we're over 600,000. And I appreciate the people who want to tune in and listen. So for those of you who have not heard about Jesus Christ, well, I would like to introduce you to him. He is, in fact, the Son of God, and he died on the cross for you and for your sins so that you may have eternal life. And all you have to do is simply say, I believe. And so there we go, Sophia. Hopefully now we've worked our magic. And Amelia, I'm sure you're right there with us. So I do appreciate Amelia and Sophia and my sister Emily for doing such a great job. And Jeremy, God love him. Now, Jeremy, let me tell you, my brother-in-law, he is the grill master. Okay, Jeremy's the grill master. Now, I can't grill worth diddly. I got to tell you, I couldn't do it. I couldn't grill a hot dog without burning it. But there's a problem. There's a problem with Jeremy, and I hope he's not listening because I don't want to hurt his feelings. But you see, Jeremy, he misses the truth. He likes University of Louisville. And I'm trying to help him see the light, University of Kentucky. You know what I mean? See, that's what I'm trying. It's just not working, folks. It's not working. For those of you who may not be familiar, University of Louisville, University of Kentucky, they're the same state and they collide. Well, I'm a fan of University of Kentucky. So anyway, yeah, and Emily might be a little fan of University of Louisville, but I am sure that I can work on my nieces and show them the wisdom of University of Kentucky. By the way, Santa Claus is a fan of University of Kentucky. I'm just saying, folks. I'm just saying. I wouldn't make that up. All right. So anyway, thank you very much, Sophia, for allowing me to read your prayer. I do appreciate you allowing me to do that. So thank you, and thank you, for your wisdom. So certainly appreciate that. So for all those kids out there who are preparing for Santa Claus, get ready. It's coming. It's the big guy's coming. So, all right. So here we are. We are going. Yeah, Shannon said we believe blue. We do, absolutely. We believe that we do. All right. You're very welcome, Emily. And make sure the girls get tucked in because I think 7:30 is right around the corner, and it's time for bedtime. So I'm sure they'll have a big party tomorrow. Big party. When I was a kid, I can't even describe it to you, but Christmas was rather big in the Long family. And well, thank you for I appreciate it. And so when we went downstairs when Christmas morning and Santa had visited, it looked like Santa had spent probably a bit too long there because of course, we were 6 kids too. So, and it exploded. Christmas was it was everywhere. So I do pray that those of you who have kids and those of you who do not, that all of you have a very blessed and happy, unbelievably happy Christmas. Remember, certainly it's not about presents. It is certainly about celebrating the birth of Christ. And that is the important factor here. All right. So we're going to get into our Paranormal Friday. I just had to open up with that because obviously the most important thing that I'm going to be talking about today is Sophia's letter and her prayer. And Amelia, God, I love her. Amelia is just the sweetest. And they're both, I tell you what, they're so grateful. I could spend 2 hours on the show just talking about the gratitude that these two girls have. You give them anything and they're very, very grateful for it. Very grateful. But that's a reflection on their parents. It really is. It's a reflection on their parents. And all right. So we're going to go into our Paranormal Merry Christmas and love you right back. Emily is on their Facebook there. And I hope that all you guys have a very Merry Christmas. So here we go into our paranormal Fridays. I do want to apologize, of course, for not being able to jump on last week. I was out of town. For those of you, I can't say any details because I'm under contract, but I can say that it was filming for a TV show. And so that's all I can say. And it's going to be a fantastic, it's going to be huge. And then once we are allowed to let you guys know about it, I'm going to, it's going to be amazing. I'm excited about this one. But it was fantastic. So I was in Los Angeles well, thank you very much for that heart. For those of you who don't know, that people are on TikTok are offering gifts, and thank you very much. I appreciate that. So it's going to be really cool. All right. So here we go. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Road Warrior, for being here. It is going to be, it really is. I'll promise you, I'll tell you all about it. And you're going to love it. So tonight, for the first one, that's interesting. For the first little presentation, first little gift we're going to be giving away. And by the way, Shannon, Jennifer has your gifts, your presents that I gave her, so she has yours, and you're going to like it too. All right, I'm going to be giving this one away first. It's the turquoise. Okay, there's the turquoise here. I love this. This is beautiful. This really is beautiful. So I'm going to be giving this away, and I'm going to be doing that right now. So here is what we have to do. If you don't know the answer, then you can't call in. Okay, so you have to call in, but here's the number. But again, don't call in right now because you don't know the question. So write this number down: 502-531-3827. But wait, because you don't know the question. 502-531-3827. Now, if you are one of the winners, then what I want you to do, write this email down if you would: Bishop J, the letter J, Bishop J Long @yahoo.com. And make sure you email me if you win. I want you to make sure you email me your address so I know where to send it. But again, Bishop J, the letter J Long, LONG @yahoo.com. And if you win, make sure you send me the email today, because I have about 8,000 emails, and by tomorrow, I'm going to have another 1,000. So I could easily lose your email. All right. Bishop J Long @yahoo.com. The phone number is 502-531-3827. Here is your question in order to win, and I have plenty more to give out tonight. So don't worry if you don't win this one. This is the turquoise. I'll be giving this out tonight. My little niece wrote a beautiful little prayer. What is her first name? First caller, you win it. You got to call. You got to call in. That's how it is. And there we go. So again, the number is 502-531-3827. And again, my little niece wrote a beautiful little prayer that I just read earlier. But what is her first name? What was her first name? So I'm waiting for some callers. And because usually people get upset. I'm the one who called first. I'm the one. So it's easier to do it this way, because if I try to do it by looking at the screen, it's like, forget it. There's just no way. Okay, there we go. Area code 404. You are live on the air. Who is calling, please? Well, what's that? Hello? Okay. Okay, hold on one second. Let me put you on speaker because now everybody's calling. All right. What is her first name?
Hi, my first name is Stephanie.
Okay. Do you have the answer?
Sophia.
Sophia is right. Stephanie, congratulations. Where are you calling from?
Dallas, Texas.
Dallas, Texas. I've been to Dallas. Dallas is pretty. Go Cowboys. All right. Well, I appreciate what. Are you just chilling out here on this Christmas Eve?
Yeah. I'm enjoying everything.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Not liking the trolls coming after you, but the moderators are taking care of that. So I love that part.
Yeah, the moderators are doing a great job. They're working hard. The moderators there in the on TikTok, unfortunately. But you know what? That comes with the territory. That comes, and that's okay. That's okay. But you will, since I'm talking to you on the phone, I'll be sending this out to you today, and or not today, but obviously on Monday. But if you would do me a favor, make sure, please, you send that to me on bishopjlong@yahoo.com.
I got it.
Okay, and your name again was your first name? I'm sorry, Stephanie. Well, Stephanie.
Here it's in Point 08.
All right, Stephanie. Well, I appreciate you. I appreciate you listening and chatting with us. And tell your friends, because we have a lot more giving out. It's going to be a lot of fun. So thank you, Stephanie.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, God bless. Merry Christmas.
God bless you too. Merry Christmas to you and yours.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, so Stephanie, congratulations. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Go, Stephanie. Go, girl. I'm going to write this down so that I will remember. Stephanie from Dallas, Texas is our first winner, and she gets the very cool. So I'm going to write this. That way I'll be looking out for her email, and she gets the turquoise. And I have more, folks. Don't panic. Don't worry. We have plenty. So we're going to get to those today. Now, if you have questions about the paranormal, I'll be more than happy to answer them. And we can have a good conversation. I do have a lot of articles that I also want to get to, because I want to know your opinion on some of these things too, because really some of them I'm just kind of wondering, I don't know about this one. I don't know this one. So listen to this and tell me what you guys think about this. I knew Lorraine Warren. She was a friend, and I liked Lorraine a lot. I did not get the chance to meet Ed, but I did get the chance several times to. I got the chance to meet her and speak to Lorraine. So Lorraine was a very cool person, very sweet, very, very sweet. What days you? Okay, there's a question, Matt. What days do you do the courses online? Okay, if you want to learn demonology, angelology, paranormal, and genealogy, I actually teach those online. It's 100% online. And actually, the classes are already created, and you learn your own pace. So they're already there. All you have to do is sign up, and then I will invite you to the private groups on Facebook, and that's where the groups are located. So once you sign up, then that's how it is. That's what I do. And it's simple as that. And you learn all 4 courses. The courses are very detailed. These courses are in-depth courses. And again, you learn at your own pace. And there's no rush. There's no, you're not, oh my gosh, I have 2 weeks. I got to get this done. You learn at your own pace. And oh, good, Tammy's taking them. So again, you can go to bishopjameslong.com, bishopjameslong, LONG.com, and click on, I believe it's class, and just click that on. And of course, all that goes into funding the ministry. I do this ministry 100% free. And so I've talked about this many, many times. That's how I am able to get to people's homes. And unfortunately, I don't have as many people sign up as people think. So it's difficult at times to get to people's homes because I'm not Donald Trump. I mean, I don't have billions of dollars and I don't have my own private plane. So, all right, it's expensive. By the time you get a rent-a-car and you fly to Florida or Texas or wherever, you're easy at $1,500 to $1,000, because sometimes I have to be there for a week or even longer. So that is why I do this ministry. And but I've never charged, no, it's not free. No, it's not free. Because this is how I fund my ministry. And this is the only way that I fund it out of my own pocket. And, I might have maybe 3 students a month maybe sign up. Well, 3 students a month is not enough to even come close to paying a $1,500, ticket when you have to rent a car. And so it doesn't even come close, but that's how I do it. And so there we go. So, and Merry Christmas to you all you guys as well. So anyway, you go to bishopjameslong.com. But listen to this. And remember, keep in mind, any of these stories that I'm talking about is fair game for the giveaway. All right. So just remember that little bit of a hint there. So every Ed and Lorraine Warren case that could be turned into a future Conjuring movie. So this could go on for years, guys, for years. And I'm not really so sure if I like this idea. I don't know. This is a website that I saw, Higgy Pop, and I want to share this with you. The Conjuring movie series introduced us to husband and wife, paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren and a series of stories based on their real life cases. Now, if the three Conjuring movies and their spinoffs have left you wanting more, you'll be pleased to hear that there are plenty more famous cases that could become the franchise's next blockbuster. No question. They investigated thousands of cases. Now, some of the Warrens cases have already been turned into movies, although are not part of the James Wan's Conjuring series and are perhaps waiting to be retold in the Conjuring universe. Now, we first met the Warrens as played by Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga in the 2013 movie The Conjuring, which, by the way, I had Andrea Perrin on the show, and I interviewed her. She was one of the children that actually grew up in the Conjuring house. The plot revolves around the real life story of Carolyn and Roger Perrin, who, along with their 5 daughters, Andrea was one of them, were tormented by paranormal activity in the Rhode Island farmhouse. Now, the haunting was caused by a former resident named Bathsheba, allegedly a witch, and a Satanist who laid down a curse that meant anyone who lives on their land in the future would die a terrible death. So the Warrens return in 2016 in The Conjuring 2. Now, this time around, the movie is based on one of the most famous poltergeist cases of all time, a case which took place in the London, by the way, for those of you who are in the UK, on the London suburb of Enfield in 1977, and involved the Hodgson family, who were plagued by poltergeist activity in their council home. So the third movie in the Conjuring series, now this is the one that I have a problem with. So the third movie in the Conjuring case series is based on the case of Arne Cheyenne Johnson, who tried to avoid a murder charge by using the defense, "The devil made me do it." Now, folks, this is a true story. This is actually the first case ever in history, in American history at least, where there was a defense that the devil made Arne Johnson kill and murder. I simply don't believe it. I know the case well, and I don't buy that at all. There's no news yet on a fourth movie, but if there is, it could be a sequel or prequel. So Amityville is not the only one of the best known ghost stories of all time, but also one of the Warrens' most famous cases. The cases involve around George and Kathleen Lutz, who were tormented by malevolent entities after moving into a Dutch colonial house with their 3 children. They were eventually driven from the house, which was situated in the suburban neighborhood in Amityville in New York State. Now, there's a lot of people who argue that the Amityville was a fake case because of the belief that they just simply couldn't afford the mortgage. And so I guess the naysayers are saying, well, no, it was just something that they conjured up, no pun intended, with the attorney to basically sell books, movies, whatever it might be. Okay. But for those of you who don't know Arne Johnson, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, has been terrifying fans around the world with its recreation of a true life case. Now, like the previous 2 movies in the main series, the threequel is inspired by a real life event that Ed and Lorraine Warren were involved in. This time, it's not a haunted house, but on Arne Cheyenne Johnson. Now, Johnson, for those of you who don't know, murdered his landlord in 1981, but asserted that he was possessed by a demon that came from the exorcism of David Glatzel, the younger brother of Johnson's girlfriend, Debbie, that was attended by the Warrens. The case was known as the Devil Made Me Do It case, and hence that's the name of the title. But what were the reported details in the real case and how accurate the Conjuring true events, we simply don't know. Anyway, for those of you who want to know, after the events of 1981, where is Mr. Johnson now? Well, on the face, the case is straightforward. Johnson murdered his landlord, Alan Bono, during an altercation and fled. But it's the before and after the crime itself that has more of a supernatural bend. Now, there are a few players in here, all intertwined. In addition to Arne, there's his girlfriend, Debbie, her younger brother, David, who was 11 at the time, and their mother, Judy. And Judy told People magazine that her son saw a man with black eyes, a thin face, with animal features and jagged teeth, pointed ears, horns, and hooves. Okay, so they were so frightened that Judy asked Debbie, ask Arne to move into the Glatzel family for help. And when David's vision worsened, the Glatzels called on famed demonologists Ed and Lorraine. But, they from my understanding, they performed an exorcism on him, which Ed never really wanted to do because he said it was an emergency situation, during one of which Arne taunted the demon to leave David and enter him instead, though this seemed to no avail at the time, which was stupid. So first of all, if, and I use this if loosely, if this is legitimate, to tell a demon to enter you and leave this body, that is unbelievably ignorant to do. Don't ever do that. That's a big no-no. Please don't ever do that. So anyway, if you want to take a look at it, you certainly can. I don't necessarily believe that actually was legitimate. I think that he just wanted to use this as an excuse because he lost his cool and he decided to kill his landlord. So anyway, for those of you who want to know, Johnson served 5 years of the 10 to 20 year sentence and was released in January 1986 because of good behavior. Well, that's nice. Johnson married Debbie while he was in prison in 1984, and a movie states that they remain married to this day. However, according to James, Debbie sadly passed away from cancer shortly before the movie's release. So anyway, I just want to give you guys a heads up on that. If you haven't seen it, and if you're interested, you certainly enjoy it if you want, but I just don't buy the defense. I just don't. How easy it would be to blame an external source instead of taking responsibility for what you have done. And in this case, Arne Janssen. All right. Read up on sleep paralysis and hypnosis. I've had it many times. Yeah. Actually, I had, someone on TikTok said, I actually had a neurologist, and he was a neurosurgeon on my show. And I actually interviewed him. And one of the topics, the main topic that I wanted to speak to him about was sleep paralysis. Guys, I've been doing the show for almost 20 years now. So I've had people from all over walks of life. And this neurologist was phenomenal. Fantastic. He explained in detail what sleep paralysis is, how it works in layman's term, so that, a lot of people confuse sleep paralysis with demonic. Okay, Ashley's wanting to know, what are my thoughts on curses? And I will answer the question on curses. And I actually teach about sleep paralysis when I go to paranormal conferences, and I teach based on what I was taught by a neurosurgeon, and that way I kind of give people an idea of what it is. Here's the deal with curses. Do I believe curses exist? Yes. Yes, I do. I have had cases that were quite violent. And as an exorcist, what I always do, if there's a possession case or a demonic entity has infested itself within the home, I've got to find the root problem. What caused it? What was the root cause? That's very important to know. And the reason is because if you don't find out why the infestation or possession happened in the first place, then it's possible that it could happen all over again. So, for example, if the person is playing with a Ouija board or doing things he shouldn't do, conjuring up things, well, I could perform 1 million exorcisms, but no sooner than I leave, then if the person does what they did again, then it's just going to be a revolving door. So it's a big waste of time. I got to find out what is the issue. What was the root cause of the infestation or possession? I have had cases that we simply could not find the root cause other than a curse. That was the only thing. As a matter of fact, if you guys might remember, I had Angie on. Remember Angie? She was a special guest. Her mom had suffered a terrible, horrible, god-awful, one of the worst incubus cases I've ever worked in my life. And she talked about her mom and the experience that her mom went through and what she witnessed firsthand. And it was quite terrible. And the only thing that we can come up with, it had to be a curse. However, there's a way to defeat curses. And you can do this. Number one, you defeat curses by I'm refusing to be your victim. I will not be your victim. I will not believe in the power of this curse. I reject it fully in the name of Christ. And not only do I reject it, but I return it to the original owner, because the owner, who's the one who put the curse on you, is responsible for it. So if I know that I have curses, like for example, when I did Exorcism Live on the Travel Channel, it was a live minor rite of exorcism on the actual exorcist house in St. Louis. There was a large group of people. I could see them maybe I'd say 50 feet away from me, but they couldn't come down to the set because obviously there were some death threats and there were some other serious things going on. So the police kept them at bay, but they were chanting. These people who were self-declared Satanists were chanting "Death the Bishop Long," and they were doing upside down pentagrams, and they were placing curses on me and all this other stuff because I was at the exorcist's house performing the minor rite of exorcism live on television. And because this was, by the way, this was requested by the owners that I come and bless the home. But I rejected those curses. In the name of God, I reject those curses. And I place those curses back at the feet of the owner who started in the first place, because that person is responsible for it. So one thing that I want to strongly encourage all of you is, if you think the demonic is attacking you, first, please stop putting demons here and God here. Can we please stop doing that? We put demons up here and God down here. That's got to stop. That has to stop. Demons are created. God is the creator. So let's remember that we need to bring that right back up here. Well, that's properly to where God is superior. So if your mindset is demons are so elevated and God's down here, then you become a victim and you victimize yourself. Do not do that. My mantra every single day to demonic entities, because I'm under attack every single day, but my mantra is this: I will not be your victim. Not today, Satan, not tomorrow, not next week or next month or next year or any time in my life. I am not going to be your victim. By God, I reject curses. I reject victimization, and I'm not going to allow the devil to creep in to make me think that I am inferior to the devil. No. You see, when I start praying to God, when I start calling upon Jesus' name, when I call down the Holy Spirit, you better believe the Holy Spirit and God and Jesus are right there and all the saints above in heaven, and the devil is trembling in fear. And the same thing goes for you. The same thing goes for you. The moment you utter the name of Christ, the very moment you call down the Holy Spirit, you better believe the devil is trembling, and the devil says, I'm going to the next person. You just keep on doing your thing. I'm going to go over here while you're staying over there. That is what the devil does, because the devil is a parasite. His little minions are a parasite. They are individual parasites that like to attack people when they're most vulnerable, when they're asleep, when they're depressed, when they're lonely. Well, these dirty, rotten, low-life, egg-sucking dogs don't deserve your time. They don't deserve your fear, and they sure in the hell don't deserve your respect. So when the demon tries to cause you trouble, you just say, demon, I'm going to open my mouth. And when I use the name of Jesus Christ, you better run, because you know your time is coming to an end. You see, that is the type of mentality that I have. I am not going to be a victim. I'm not going to be a victim of trolls. I'm not going to be a victim of haters. I'm not going to be a victim of demons. And I sure in the heck am not going to be a victim of Satan himself. You cannot victimize yourself. And your mantra should always be, I will not be your victim. You don't like me? Fine. Okay. A troll's attacking you and saying nasty things about you? Okay. And do you want me to cry? Because you call me fat? Because you call me ugly? Because you call me ballpark? Because you call me whatever? Do you want me to shed a tear? No, what I'll do is I'll pray for you, because individuals who like to troll and like to hurt people and like to call you all kinds of names, that's not a reflection on you. That's a reflection on the person who's looking in the mirror, who's calling you those names, because that's the devil. That's the devil telling that person, hey, why don't you tell that person he's fat? Hey, why don't you tell that person he's ugly? You see, those individuals are listening to the devil, and they better get their hearing checked, because the time is ticking. We're not guaranteed 30 seconds from now. We're not guaranteed 10 seconds from now. We're not guaranteed a second from now. But what we are guaranteed is there's a heaven and there's a hell. And on this Christmas Eve, it's time, if you haven't already, to make the decision. Because you don't know what 10 seconds will bring you from now. We don't know. So don't get into this idea that demons and these curses and all this other nonsense. Don't get into the idea that you're going to be victim. You're going to be their victim. No. I won't be your victim. Not today, Satan. Not today. Oh, Kathy says, Santa, for those of you maybe children who are watching, Santa is heading to Chile. So, all right, there we go. So Santa is heading his way to Chile. And hello, Hillbilly Bob 76. And hello to all you guys. If I have not said hello to you, I humbly apologize. But when I kind of get on that roll, it's like, whoo, look out now. Okay. Greg says, isn't a troll a non-believer that only believes with physical proof? Yeah. Well, okay. Let me answer this question, because that's one thing that people ask me a lot. And so I do want to kind of address this one question that I saw, because it's a really good question. And people ask me this all the time. Is Satan, Lucifer, and the devil, are they the same? Are they separate? What are we talking about here? Well, first of all, let me just explain something. There is a Saint Lucifer. Believe it or not. And no, it's not Lucifer, Satan, but there is a Saint Lucifer. So Lucifer means light. So let me just explain this to you so you can get an understanding of Satan, Lucifer, the devil. Are they the same? Are they different? What's going on? Okay, from the theological perspective and on angelology, the study of angelology, it really is all about identification. So think about Lucifer is referring to the angel self. And so that's what we're referring to. The highest, one of the highest ranks, if not the highest rank of angel. Many theologians certainly say it was one of the highest ranks. It means light, powerful. Now the devil refers to actually his evil being, his existence, and Satan actually refers to the concept that he is evil. The title of Prince of Darkness, opposition of Jesus. So the Bible says that the devil, Satan, in Revelation chapter 12, verse 9. So it says, so the great dragon was cast out, and the serpent of old, called the devil and Satan, who deceives the whole world. He was cast to the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. Now, regarding Lucifer, the Bible says in Isaiah chapter 14, verse 12, how you have fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, the son of the morning, how you are cut down to the ground, you are weak in the nations. So this Lucifer fell from heaven. And Jesus actually said in Mark chapter 10, verse 18, I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven. Thus, Lucifer is Satan. Now, name changes often denote changes in character in the Bible. Thus, Lucifer, the light bearer, who was once a good angel, becomes Satan, the adversary. And Lucifer, light bringing was his original name. And he was named the devil, or otherwise known as slander or the accuser, and Satan after he rejected God. So he really is called the devil and Satan in Bible in Revelation chapter 12, verse 7 through 9. So that kind of gives you an idea of the name. And by the way, this is interesting. The name Lucifer occurs only once in a Hebrew Bible. In the Hebrew Bible. Interesting. It's in Isaiah chapter 14, verse 12 through 15, comparing its reference to the morning star and fallen angel cast out of heaven with Revelation 12. So there you go. All right. So Revelations 12, 7 through 9, we definitely can conclude all three are one and the same. So, all right. So that's a very good question, because a lot of people think about confusing. They're a little confused about that, but it really isn't. If you think about, Bishop James Long. Bishop James Long is also known as son, is also known as uncle, is also known as brother. So it's all still Bishop James Long. Okay. Okay. Kelsey on Spreaker is Bishop. Is there a difference on searching for the paranormal instead, or just happens? Is it bad to seek it out? And Bishop, what happened? Why did Satan choose to be bad? Why does he hate us? Well, from a theological perspective, first of all, seeking out the paranormal. Let me answer that question first. You have to be very, very careful. If you're a paranormal investigator, you have to be careful. You have to be, because when you're paranormal investigating, you're gathering information to determine if there is paranormal activity within a home or building or whatever it might be. The problem is we use equipment to communicate with the spirit world. That is dangerous, because the moment you do that, you are opening yourself up to the possibility of receiving a message from a demonic, and you don't know who you're speaking to. There is serious dangers that go along with investigating. Now, I rely on demonologists. Matter of fact, Draven, he is, I believe, watching, and he's going to be a demonologist for the church, and he has a fantastic team. But there is a danger, and so Draven is going to be going out to cases that's local that could be demonically infested or even possession. We understand as investigators that there are dangers that come with investigating, and there are, and we have to be careful, because I can use anything. I can use this turquoise here. I can use this as a tool to communicate with the spirit world. If I put it on the table and say, if there's a spirit here, can you move it? That's opening a portal. Simple as that. And there are some serious dangers with that, because you don't know who you're communicating with. So before I ever do any type of investigations, I always do preliminary questions, especially on EVP. EVP stands for electronic voice phenomenon. So it's a digital recorder. And I always ask 3 preliminary questions. Do you confess Yahweh as your God? Do you kneel before the cross of our Lord Jesus Christ? And do you accept the Holy Spirit? And one thing, I got a very clear EVP, very class A. When I said, do you confess Yahweh as your God? The answer was, hell no. Of course, I also know that was a demonically infested case. And so, but it was very clear, crystal clear. So you have to be careful. You have to be very, very careful. Now, as far as the devil choosing to reject us, remember, God created us in his image. And angels are here to help us. We are children's. We are God's children. And Satan, who is so full of pride, despised the fact that we were chosen over angels to be his children. And he freely rejected this notion of God loving us so much. And he freely rejected God. And so did his minions. Okay. No. Do I think that the devil is here more than God? Absolutely not. No. But I do believe the devil is hard at work here. I absolutely believe the devil is very, very hard at work. And remember, there's two type of demonic activities. Okay, you got to remember this. There's ordinary demonic activity, and that's when the demonic just whispers in your ear. Let's say you have a problem with lust. Now the demonic is, it's okay if you look at that website, or if you look at this way, it's okay. And now, before you know it, this is becoming a problem. It's becoming habitual. And not only is it's not stopping there, it's becoming and increasing to the point where now you're tempted to have relations outside of your marriage. The devil's creeping in. Oh, it's okay. Putting those thoughts into your mind, and you fall. That's ordinary demonic activity. Now, extraordinary demonic activity is when it goes into possession. The infestation, oppression, obsession, possession. Okay? So you got to be very, very careful about this. All right. And remember, the devil, we, especially nowadays, it seems like we have pushed the devil. We've pushed the devil forefront. And we're kind of pushing God further and further and further away from our society. I don't like that. I think we've got to remember, when you start elevating the devil, and I'm not trying to pick on people, but it seemed like the entertainment business is really bad about that. I mean, there have been very famous entertainers who have openly boasted about selling their soul to the devil. And they're not afraid. I was watching a YouTube video the other day, and I forgot what I don't know what the singer is. But this singer was like, "Oh yeah, sure. I made a deal with the devil, and I'm okay with that. I'm rich, I'm famous." I'm thinking, my God, what is wrong with you? But that person is so deeply in depth just stuck in ordinary demonic activity and oppressed that they don't even realize it. They don't even realize it. Oh, well, thank you very much, Louis. I appreciate that. I love Bill is a great guy. Bill being phenomenal human being. Okay. How do you make a deal with the devil? Well, you don't. You don't. I'm not going to sit and tell you how to do that because I don't want to use my platform to give the devil any more attention that it already has. So I never, ever am going to tell people how to do this, but don't. You lose your soul. You lose your salvation. And folks, this is not a joke. This is not a joke. This life that we live, it's over like that. It's a blink of an eye. Before you know it, you're on your deathbed, you're breathing your last breath, and now what you've done here affects what you're going to happen tomorrow. So nothing, I don't care what it is, nothing is worth losing your salvation over. Nothing. Okay? And I'm absolutely sincere about that. No matter how much money, no matter how much fame, no matter how much, nothing. So don't. And if you do, if you have, may the devil, then as Catholics, we teach the sacrament of reconciliation because that's considered a mortal sin. That's blasphemy. And that is something that you can lose your salvation over. It is, look, this is not a joke. And this is serious. And so if you've done something like this, then you need the sacrament of reconciliation and to restore the graces there because it's quite serious. Okay. We're going to do another little giveaway as I promised that we would. And remember, it could be anything at all. Anything at all. Any questions that I might have that I've talked about, because I've talked about a lot. But so get ready for this. Okay. Phone number is 502. Let me ask the question before you call me, though. 502-531-3827. Again, 502-531-3827. Okay? So here's the question. Well, I'm focused on my homeless ministry right now, and then the church as the presiding bishop. So opening up a parish would be very, very difficult right now for me because I'm really strapped for time. But yeah, I would love to. I really would love to open a parish, but that takes a lot of administration responsibility. And right now, I am legitimately very limited on my time. I have over 8,000 emails just on my emails that I have to get to, and 12,000 messages on TikTok. So, but we keep pushing. Okay, here we go. Here's the question. The Devil Made Me Do It case was conducted by two very famous people in the paranormal community. All I want you to do is tell me one of their names. The husband or the wife. Just tell me one of the name of the individuals who had the Conjuring 3. The Devil Made Me Do It. Okay, 864, you are live on the air. 864, hello? Well, or is it area code 239? 239, hello? How are you? How are you doing? Well, I'm doing fine. Okay, folks, we have a caller. We have a caller. You guys can stop calling. I appreciate it. Sorry, we're live on the air and people are blasting my phone. You guys can stop calling. It's all good. We do have a caller on the air, and this gentleman is going to tell us all the answers. So, area code 864. What's your name?
My name's Craig.
All right, Craig. Well, where are you calling from, Craig?
I'm calling from South Carolina, Father.
South Carolina. Beautiful place. My gosh, I love
Yes.
South Carolina. It's gorgeous. Folks, we have people calling, but I think we have a winner here, so you guys can stop calling. All right, Craig from South Carolina. Can you tell us the answer?
I want to say Ed and Lorraine Warren.
I want to say you are correct, my buddy. So you got that. Congratulations. And by the way, the gift that I'm going to be sending you, and I hope that you are okay with this, is the St. Michael ring. This really, it's a big ring. It's quite. Are you watching us on Facebook or TikTok?
I'm watching you on TikTok.
Well, there you go. So I'm holding up on the screen right now. That is the St. Michael. It's a pretty good size ring too.
Yes.
And it is a beautiful ring. It really is. It's very, very beautiful. So I'll be sending this. I'll be sending that to you on Monday. And if you would do me a favor and email me at Bishop J Long at yahoo.com. And just send me your address, and then I'll send that out to you on Monday.
Yes, sir. Thank you for everything you do, Father.
Absolutely, Craig. And you have a beautiful, beautiful Christmas.
Yes, sir. You too.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, everybody. Well, that was Craig from South Carolina. So that's very, very cool. Very cool. So congratulations to you. I'm going to write this down, Craig from South Carolina. And you get, and I'll have some more that I'll be giving out today. And I'll send that out to you on Monday. So Stephanie from Texas got the turquoise, and Craig from South Carolina got the St. Michael ring. Again, I have a lot more that we're going to be giving out today. So we got plenty of time. And I'm going to put this over here. That way I'll know. Remember, I'm still giving out this ring, which is absolutely beautiful. I love this ring. You can barely see it, but there is a crucifix there, and you have cubic zirconians here. It's quite beautiful. I'll be giving that out, plus some other items as well. So we have some others. And tonight, before we log off, American Road Warrior. Unfortunately, I don't. The guy who makes them, he sent them to me as gifts. So, but I don't know. I'm sure he sells them online. But I will be giving this out as well. Oh, you can't see it. Well, it's the pillow. Let me turn this off so you guys can see it again on. Bear with me, everybody, because I got to turn this off on the green screen. So I'll be giving this out tonight. This is really cool. And for those of you who love Halloween or scary movies, it's a pillow on the front and the back. So there we are. That's going to be. I'm going to be giving that out tonight as well. So again, it'll be good times, and hopefully you guys are enjoying that and enjoying the gifts, and you're going to have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Christmas. I hope that all of you do. And we're not finished yet. We've still got plenty of show to do, but I just wanted to throw that out there and let you guys know that's coming up here relatively soon. So just kind of be looking out on that. And again, for those of you who have given gifts on TikTok, thank you so much. I do appreciate that very, very much. I do have a website. I do have a store. Now, I will tell you that the Benedictine bracelets and the brand new bracelets that I have, they are on back order. So they'll probably be here within the next 2 weeks or so. And then I'll send it out to you as soon as I can. So if you do order the Benedictine bracelets or the new bracelet, you have to wait a little bit. But I will make sure that I send that out to you. I don't buy them from overseas. I buy them right here from America. And so you can go to Bishop James Long, bishopjameslong.com. And you can click on the store link. All right. So there you go. bishopjameslong.com, and click on the store link, and you can purchase those items, and I'll send it to you when I do have them. So there we are. So far we have 2 very, very happy winners, and I'm incredibly happy to do that. The next, we're not doing it now, but I want to share this with you. Look at this. My sister's going to kill me when I show her this next one here. But take a look at this. I was in California, and I was down on Hollywood Boulevard. I think Hollywood Boulevard. It's where the I don't know. It's where the Oriental Theater is, and a bunch of stars. All the names, all that stuff. Anyway, I saw a gentleman on the side of the road, and he was taking people's pictures, and he was sculpting their faces. And I thought, that's pretty cool. And he said, hey, let me do you. I don't know about this. I mean, but he took pictures on this end, this, and this, and he sculpted my profile. And he did it in 20 minutes. And it was cool. Let me show you this. Look at that. There it is. I don't know. What do you guys think? I thought it was really, really cool. He did this in 20 minutes. Now, of course, I will be honest. It looks rough now because unfortunately, I had to go and put it in a bag on the plane. So it looks really rough, but it looked a million times better than what it does now. And it's heavy, it's clay. And so it's very, very heavy. But anyway, I just thought it was pretty cool. It's a bust of me. It's a guy in California did it in 20 minutes, but I thought it was pretty neat. So I thought, well, why not? It wasn't that expensive either. I mean, it was relatively cheap. I mean, considering, I thought he was very, very talented. So the next thing that I'm going to be giving out, but not right now, Shannon, I hope you don't beat me up because Shannon likes tigers. And again, I like all kinds of items. I like crystals. And again, not because I use them for any type of thing. I just like them because they're beautiful. And my favorite, of course, is amethyst, obviously. But tiger's eye is a gemstone, and it has a lot of meanings to it. A lot of people like tiger eye for a variety of reasons, and we can go into a huge conversation about what it is and the origins of it. But from my understanding, it's a beautiful gemstone. It truly is. And so you can look up tiger eye if you want to, and you can take a look at. But today I am going to be giving away this. It is a bottle of tiger eye gemstones, and so I'm going to be giving this away today. Oh, it's your birthstone. Oh yeah, amethyst is your birthstone. Yeah. The tiger eye. It is gorgeous. It really is. This is absolutely gorgeous, and so I'll be giving that away today. And for those of you who like Tibetan items, I have when I was in LA, I thought there are a lot of people who like Tibetan items and even people who enjoy the walk of life of Tibet. And so I bought this from he was a monk from I think he was actually from Tibet, and he has they have a ministry there in Los Angeles. And I thought, you know what, this would be very, very cool to share this with everybody. So tonight I'm going to be giving this away. Yeah, it's really is pretty. I don't know the meanings behind this. You can look that up if you like. But those of you, there's many people who like Tibetan items. So I'm going to be giving this away too. And the great thing about this is it stretches, right? So if you have kind of a bigger wrist, that's okay. So we got some things that we'll be giving out today. And don't forget, I got the pillow. We'll be giving out the pillow as well. So now, for those of you who love Halloween, which I would say probably is most of us here, because we love scary things. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with people who like scary things. Well, get this. This is a really cool website that I saw, and I want to share this with you because a lot of people don't know about this. But there are 7, believe it or not, there are 7 Christmas monsters from myth and legend. Did you know this? So Christmas is a time of celebration and giving. But in centuries gone by, the season had much more sinister undertones, with various supernatural entities dishing out brutal punishment to ill-behaved children. Now, below are just a few of the demons, evil goblins, and mythical beasts that you'd want to stay clear of during the 12 days of Christmas. All right, so let's talk about these mythical creatures that are alleged around Christmas. So this is, it is true. It's a very interesting list here. Iggy Pop says first Krampus. Krampus. We all know the story of Krampus. There's a movie that called Krampus, and this little thing is supposed to, when you lose your faith or you're becoming a bad child, to come and scare you. But a lot of people like this. There's also the Yule, Y-U-L-E, lads. Now, this is interesting. The Yule, Y-U-L-E, lads, originating actually in Iceland folklore. The Yule lads are 13 trolls who individually visit all children in Iceland for the 13 days preceding Christmas. So each night, the kids leave a shoe on their windowsill. And if they've been good, the lad will leave them a small gift of home sweets. But if they've been bad, then it could be a rotten potato, for example. Now, the Yuletide lads each have their own name and personality, such as door slammer, window pepper, sausage swiper. The lads are often shown alongside the Icelandic Yule cat. Now, this seasonal creature is an enormous black cat who roams the country at Christmas time, eating any children who didn't receive new clothes for Christmas. Well, good God. Now, according to the legend, Yule lads live with their parents and who kidnap cooks and eat. They even eat bad children and are lazy stay-at-home husband. So anyway, you might discount these stories as just fairy tales. But Iceland is a country which takes its folklore very seriously. Now, it's not too difficult to see why, with the land sat atop a rip in the tectonic plate in the North Atlantic, with hot springs and volcanoes in plentiful supply. In Iceland, they still regularly alter plans for new roads, bridges, and buildings so as not to disturb the hidden folklore mythical monsters who are said to live there. So that's pretty cool. I had never ever heard of the Yule lads, but this is in Iceland. That's why I love about learning about this, because different cultures. But listen to this. Lussi, L-U-S-S-I. I think I'm saying this right. Lussi, L-U-S-S-I. Well, anyway, this is in Sweden. So modern-day Norway and Sweden, St. Lucia is depicted as a beautiful young woman in white. However, a few centuries ago, Lucia, or Lucy, was said to be a demon with dark powers. She was said to arrive late at night between December 12th and 13th, the longest night of the year. Now, Lucy rode on a broomstick. For those of you who are witches, you knew this was kind of coming. For those of you who rode on a broomstick flanked with hordes of demons, evil spirits, and trolls, and spread havoc and mischief. She was blamed for damaging properties, destroying crops, injuring livestock, and killing and kidnapping anyone she encountered. It made the night before December 13th a good night to stay at home. But it was said that she would press her face against windows and even enter houses through the chimney. No, that person needs to stay away. That absolutely, that's kind of crazy. That is kind of crazy. You Santa Claus. Listen, some of these are really rough. Befana, or Befana, is the fourth one. Befana. Befana is an Italian folklore. If I mispronounce, for those of you Italian, is an old woman who travels across Italy on the 5th of January, the eve of Epiphany, delivering gifts to children. She is said to fill the socks of the children with toys sweet if they've been good, or cold, dark sweet, onions and garlic if they've been bad. So pretty familiar. Obviously, it's Father Christmas, Santa Claus in that respect. She travels by broomstick, wearing a black shawl and covered in soot due to her habit of flying in the home via the chimney. For this reason, she is known as the Christmas witch. The legend of Befana says that she offered shelter to the three wise men on their journey to find Christ. They were so impressed with her hospitality, they offered her the chance to come with them to visit, but she said she was too busy doing her housework. She later regretted not doing it, and to this day, she continues to fly around searching for Christ. And by the way, any children seeing her in the house are said to receive a whack from her broomstick, a handy way of keeping the kids in bed on Christmas morning, I'd say. It's pretty interesting. These are very, very interesting. Here's another one. Now, this is, these names. Bell's Nickel. Bell's Nickel. Yep, you've heard Bell's Nickel. Well, who is Bell's Nickel? Well, is an irritable, fur-wearing figure from German folklore. Like Santa Claus, he comes bearing gifts. He also is prevalent in Pennsylvania Dutch communities and Brazilian German communities, and often associated with other companions of St. Nicholas in German-speaking Europe. But unlike the other companions, Belsnickel hunts alone. Now, Belsnickel carries a long, flexible piece of wood known as a switch, which he uses to whip and discipline any naughty children, while the well-behaved children are rewarded with nuts and cakes and sweets from his pockets. It is likely that Belsnickel is based on an older German myth, a servant of St. Nicholas and a character from northern Germany. My goodness. I mean, you think growing up and you hear about Santa Claus, and now you think, can you imagine some of these stories if you were a child? Like, you better not even look outside your window. You might see Belsnickel running around with a little broom or stick ready to hit you. No, the Krampus, yeah. Here's one, and I know I'm going to mess this one. Fram Perchta, or Perkta. Fram, or I think it's Fram, or Fra Perchta, whatever. Fra Perchta. Anyway, her name means the bright one, and she was a goddess in Alpine paganism of Upper German and Austrian regions of the Alps. Perchta appears either as beautiful and white as snow, or as an old, haggard lady. She's sometimes said to have one large foot, which symbolizes her ability to shift into an animal form. Now, Perchta was said to roam the countryside at midwinter and to enter homes during the 12 days of Christmas, leaving silver coins under the pillow of well-behaved children and hardworking servants. However, if they had been bad or lazy, she would, this is not good at all. If they had been bad or lazy, she would slit them open, disembowel them, and stuff them with straw and pebbles. Well, good God. A gruesome punishment that earned her name the Belly Slitter. I mean, if the kids didn't need therapy, they're going to need therapy now. I mean, my goodness gracious. Woo. Okay, and then finally, and I know there's no way I'm going to get this one right. Not finally, but I'm not going to get this one right. Just not the name. It's just crazy. It's all right. I'm going to try it. Killican Trozzi, something like that. Killikantzzaroi. For those of you who might be, you might know this in Europe, Killican Trozzi or something like that. Well, anyway. This is a malevolent goblin in Southeast European folklore, and they are believed to be creatures of the night that dwell underground but come to the surface during the 12 days of Christmas. Any child born during this time was in danger of transforming into this monster. Now, bizarrely, one way to protect yourself from the Killicandrazi is to place a colander on your doorstep. This creature would sit at the doorstep all night, counting the holes in the colander until the sun rose and forced them back into hiding. Perhaps a better method of protection was to simply leave the fireplace burning all night so that they could not enter the chimney. But yeah, that's these are some creepy. This is kind of scary stuff. And then finally, Pierre, I think it's Père Fouettard. Sounds good to me. Père Fouettard. Stories of the Father Whimper, or Père Fouettard in French, date back around 1252. He's said to join St. Nicholas. Now, he hands out lumps of coal or even dishing out whippings to naughty children, while the well-behaved get gifts. While similar characters exist all over Europe, Pierre Fouettard was best known in the far north of east of France, in the southern Belgium, and the French-speaking Switzerland. Well, that's interesting. These are, honestly, that's pretty crazy. That really is pretty crazy. Some of these things, I mean, my goodness, really seriously, that's just woo. I mean, you better. I mean, I would be terrified if I was a kid who actually believed in some of these things, because some of these would give you nightmares. At least they would me. Okay, so let's get rid of another little special gift. Okay. I think we should. And I think we're going to, in fact, this one, we're going to do the tiger eye. So tiger eye, gemstone, I'm going to be sending that out to someone tonight or tomorrow or Monday, whatever. Okay. Now, this is the question Don't call yet. Don't call. Don't call. Here's the question. The phone number is 502 531 3827. 502 531 3827. And the winner is going to get this Tiger Eye gemstone. Okay, I'll send this out. The question is this. I just gave you a list of monsters, scary monsters. But I want you to tell me which was the first monster on that list. The first monster on the list that I just read to you, the first person, you're going to win the Tiger Eye. So the first person who can tell me who was the first monster on the list of monsters that I just read, Series 706. Okay, 706. Hello, you are live on the air with us. Okay, can you do me a favor? Can you turn down your volume? Yeah, can you turn your volume down on your radio or whatever you listen to? Okay, fantastic. All right, what's your name?
Crystal,
Well, Crystal, how are you doing? Where are you calling from?
Augusta, Georgia.
Oh, we got another Augusta, Georgia. I'll tell you what, that's fantastic. Well, Crystal, I certainly hope that you're live on the air course with Bishop Long, and I am hoping. Are you listening on Facebook or TikTok?
Facebook.
Oh, so are you having a good Christmas? Christmas Eve? Good. All right. So do me a favor and tell everybody what the answer is.
Krampus.
Oh, Krampus is correct. Look at you, girl, from Augusta, Georgia. All right. Okay. What was your first name again?
Crystal.
Crystal. Beautiful name. All right, Crystal from Augusta, Georgia. Well, congratulations to you, Crystal. You are going to get, since you're watching, you're going to get this. It really is cool. This Tiger Eye. I'll be sending that to you on Monday, and you'll be receiving that. Of course, if you like, I'll bless them as well. I'll be more than happy to do that for you.
Okay, thank you.
Congratulations and Merry Christmas to you, Crystal.
You too. Thank you so much.
Sure thing. Bye-bye. All right. Well, that's Crystal. Congratulations to Crystal. Crystal from Augusta, Georgia, gets the Tiger Eye. Very, very cool. Congratulations to you. And I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. I am enjoying this, is having a lot of fun. So I do appreciate all you guys, again, being here and, spending some time with us here on Christmas Eve. And I know there's a lot of things that you guys could be doing right now instead of choosing to spend time with us, but you've done that. You've chosen to spend time with us. And I value that. I truly cherish your time, because time is one thing you can never get back. And once you give it to someone, that's it. It can never be replaced. And so that's why I take this so seriously. It's not just watching a show. You are actually choosing to spend time with us, this little community that we have built. And I really appreciate that so, so very much. So thank you so much for all of you for joining us. Now, we're not going anywhere. Don't worry about that. And if you have questions, I will be more than happy to stop the show and address some questions. If not, I do have lots of really cool articles that I love to talk about. Well, thank you very much, Cindy. I appreciate that. It's very, very kind of you. Oh, well, and Darren James says it's 1:30 a.m. there. So Merry Christmas to those of you who live in a different country. And there you go. Okay. So Joseph asked a good question. When a demon makes you think of bad thoughts, how do you get rid of them? Good question. That's a great question there, Joseph, on TikTok. Well, let me tell you, here's the secret. The secret is acknowledging that the thoughts that enter your mind that are not yours, say, I reject you in the name of Jesus Christ. Now you're taking control. So if you begin to have thoughts that are angry, that are trying to manipulate your emotions, that's trying to cause you to do something that you ordinarily will not do, whether it's sin or whatever it might be, then you say, no, I reject you. I'm not going to allow you to manipulate me. I'm not your puppet. And when you take a stand, and the way to defeat it is acknowledging that the thoughts are not yours, you refuse them, and you're asking Jesus Christ and your guardian angel to intercede on your behalf to help you. Remember, as I said before, your guardian angels cannot help you until you give them permission to do so. They will not violate your free will. They just won't do it. So you have to give them permission to intercede on your behalf to help you. So how you defeat it, acknowledging that it's not your thoughts and that you refuse to even entertain them, and you are calling upon God. Okay. Well, Marcus, if you have a question, go ahead and certainly feel free to ask, and I'll be happy. Well, it depends. When you say, well, first of all, black magic is evil, and period. Performing any type of black magic, you're conjuring up the sole purpose of curses to hurt people. And I don't like black magic. I've never, ever, and I never will defend black magic. It is pure evil. That's it. That's all there is to it. Because you're purposely trying to cause harm to another human being. There's nothing good about that. That is evil. And but I also know people who are witches. And they will tell you that they do not practice black magic. They want no part of black magic. That is pure evil, that they find energy and nature in items such as gemstones or nature. And I don't define myself as a witch, but I will tell you that I don't find Christ in golden cathedrals. Actually, when I see golden cathedrals and I see the presider sitting on a golden chair, I'm appalled. I'm appalled by the gluttony, because I have served the poor now for 30 years. I was a homeless shelter coordinator, and I have served the homeless for many years. And when I walk into a church and it's gold everywhere, I am disturbed, because I think, how many people could you feed? How many families could you feed by melting down that gold that you're sitting on? To me, that's inexcusable. That's inexcusable. And I don't like that. I don't like that. So for me, I find God in nature. Oh, well, was it Lars? Is it Lars? I don't know if it's Lars. It's his birthday or her birthday. Lars. I can't really read your name because it's so small. Larice. I'm sorry. I think it's Larice. Well, happy birthday to you. And I hope that you have a blessed, blessed, blessed birthday. Yeah, happy birthday. That is fantastic. That is really, really fantastic. And you're right. And I have friends. I have friends that all walks of life. I have friends that are in Islam, that I have friends that are Wiccans, pagans, Christians, atheists. I have friends that are shamans. I have friends all walks of life. And every person has their own right to believe in what they wish. No one has a right to shove their faith down anyone's throat. And we certainly don't have a right to judge anyone. So, well, thank you very much. I appreciate that, David. I'm continuing to lose the weight and keep pushing forward. Okay, well, why do we call a priest father in the Bible when it says that thou shalt not call anyone else? Because the Bible translation referred to Abba. And Abba refers to Father in heaven. So it had nothing to do with the Father that you're referring to now, because the Roman Catholic Church did not use the term Father when the scripture was written. So please understand that it was not in direct violation with the Roman Catholic Church. So for those of you who asked that question, I understand the question. And I get it. That's a fair question. But it had nothing to do with calling someone Father as in reference to a reverend. It had everything to do with calling no one else Father as in Abba, anything above, obviously, the Father in heaven. Okay? Can I win my pillow, please? Oh, yeah, Jordan, I'll be your friend. Jordan says, will you be a friend? Absolutely, I'll be your friend. And there's my buddy, Willie Winwalker Gibson, who's a shaman in the chat room. Well, hello there, Willie, and hello to you and Shaman, and Merry Christmas to you guys. Email is bishopjlong@yahoo.com. And if you still want to reach Willie Gibson, remember I had him on the show and he did readings. Crystal Chief 55 at AOL.com. You can get readings from him. Crystal Chief 55 at AOL.com. Now listen to this, everybody. Sounds like I want to. Okay. I love wintry movies. Wintry movies. I love it. If you love wintry themed horror movies, well, we're going to get you through Christmas. So these are 10 wintry themed horror movies to get you through Christmas. Again, this is from Higgy Pop. Listen to this. So here we go. Krampus. Number 10, Krampus, 2015 version. It's an alternative Christmas movie based on the very real legend of Krampus, described as a horrific, terrifying Christmas devil. It's a horned beast with long hair and huge fangs. He's very much the stuff of nightmares. It's a hybrid beast called from a mixture of Norse and classical mythology. He is said to arrive on December 5th on Krampus night. Now, he arrives ready to beat bad children with birch twigs, and if they're not, of course, cart them off to hell. And he sounds like an ideal threat to use on naughty children if the line in Santa won't bring you anything. But anyway, in the movie version of the legend, a dysfunctional family clash over the holidays, and their lack of festival spirit unleashes the wrath of Krampus, and all hell breaks loose as beloved holidays icons take on the monstrous life of their own, laying siege to the fractured family's home and forcing them to fight for one another if they hope to survive. The next movie, number 9, Cold Prey, Prey. Okay, Cold Prey. It's a movie in 2006. For those of you who don't know, it's 5 young Norwegians head up to the mountains to snowboard, but things turn a turn for the worse. After an accident and as darkness falls, the friends are forced to spend the night in an eerie, abandoned hotel. So they quickly discover that the hotel was closed in the 70s due to the disappearance of the manager's son. Unknown to them, someone is still living in the hotel, and surviving the night becomes a challenge. Ooh. All right, the number 8, Dead Snow. Dead Snow, movie in 2009. It doesn't get much more wintry than this. A movie set in an isolated cabin in the snowy wilderness of Norway. A group of friends go to the cabin for a break, and soon a mysterious old man visits them and tells the story about a local resistance movement that protected against Nazi invaders during World War II. Now, the invaders were driven up into the cold, harsh mountains where they perished. But now there's a rumor that they have returned in the form of zombies. Evil Nazi zombies. What could be more festive than that? All right, number 7, Better Watch Out, 2016. That's the movie, Better Watch Out, 2016. You see, when you think of the suburbs, you think safety. But on this Christmas Eve, suburbia is anything but safe. Ashley is babysitting a young boy named Luke, but the night takes a turn when a masked intruder, armed with a shotgun, break in and terrorize her. Now, there's several nods to the classic festive movie Home Alone, including an attempt to smash someone's head in with a swinging paint can, lobbing bricks at someone through an upstairs window, and not to mention the snowy suburban settings of Chicago, Illinois, the Christmas carols, and a spider. All right, next one, I've seen this one, 30 Days of Night, 2007 movie, cool movie, set in a freezing cold and isolated Alaskan town, Barrow, Alaska, where the inhabitants are plunged into darkness for a month each year when the sun sinks below the horizon in the middle of winter. Now, as for the last rays of light fade, the town is attacked by a bloodthirsty gang of vampires bent on interrupted destruction. Now, only the small town's husband and wife sheriff stand between the survivors and certain destruction. Now, 30 Days of Night might look wintry, but the entire town where the action takes place was built on the soundstage in New Zealand, by the way, where it was easier to control the fake snow. All right, number 5, Troll Hunter, 2010 movie, Troll Hunter. It's set against the snowy background of Norway. A group of students from Volda University investigates a series of mysterious bear killings. They start out by trying to track down a mysterious hunter, Hans, expecting to find an explanation for the killings. But they soon learn that Hans is actually a troll hunter working for a secret government agency. Number 4, Black Christmas, 1974 movie. Legend has it that it was Elvis Presley's favorite horror movie, by the way. And his tradition was to watch it every Christmas. For those of you who are Elvis fans, now this movie title is a tongue-in-cheek reference to the Christmas song of 1954 film White Christmas, and the film's setting of Bedford is an intentional homage to the Christmas classic It's a Wonderful Life. Olivia Hussey and Margaret Kidder star among an ill-fated house full of sorority sisters on a Christmas break, but the festivities turn fatal when obscene phone calls from the sorority and the girls are stalked by a stranger. The plot was allegedly inspired by some real-life murders that occurred in Canada during the holiday season. Again, that movie was called Black Christmas, 1974. Elvis's favorite horror Christmas movie. Number 3, Gremlins, 1984 movie. The 80s classic is a Christmas movie disguised as a horror that almost passes a family movie, perhaps because its executive producer was Steven Spielberg. The movie follows a young boy called Billy, who inadvertently breaks 3 important rules concerning his new pet and unleashes a horde of malevolently mischievous monsters on a small town of Christmas. Now, even though the movie is packed full of snow and has serious Christmas vibes, it was released in the summer. Even though the character is Miss Deagle is a nod to the reformed character of Ebenezer Scrooge, we all know, Mr. Scrooge from the classic movie Christmas Carol. This one I've seen as well. Number 2, Let the Right One In, 2008. It's a movie released in 2008. It's a Swedish romantic horror film based on a novel of the same set in a very cold and snowy environment. Oscar, an overlooked and bullied boy, finds love and revenge through Eli, a beautiful, peculiar girl. She can't stand the sun or food or to come into the room. She needs to be invited. You guessed it. Let the Right One In is a vampire flick. And finally, number 1, The Shining, 1980. We know all about The Shining. If you haven't seen it, you definitely need to take a look, and I think you will certainly like it. Okay, and which brings us, of course, to our next fun-filled gift. So this is the ring, the beautiful, absolutely beautiful ring. This is the ring here. It really is pretty. It has a it has the corpus, the cross, and then right below it, right underneath it, behind it, it has cubic zirconium. It really is beautiful. And by the way, for all those who need to know, I am COVID-free. So this is coming from a COVID-free home. I have had my shots, I have had my booster, and I've been tested. I was tested. Actually, I just tested myself today and yesterday because I just got back from Los Angeles from filming. And so I wanted to make sure everything was good. Everything was kosher before I went to my family's for Christmas Eve. So I am negative. Praise God for that. And so again, this all comes from a very, very COVID-free home. So you don't have to worry about anything like that at all. Okay. So don't call now, because if you call now, you don't know the question. But the number, again, for those of you who call, and this is for the ring, and it is a beautiful ring. I think it's a size 10 or so. 502-531-3827. Again, 502-531-3827. That is the phone number that I'm going to be having you call. Write it down again, 502-531-3827. And don't forget, got to make sure you email me and let me know your address, and I will verify it as you. So somebody pushed that button a little bit too fast, didn't they? So I had a call from California. But again, hold on. Let me ask the question. And I still have the bracelet, the Tibetan bracelet. I will be giving out, and yep, you've heard me. And I will be giving out this very, very cool pillow before we log out. I promise you. Here's the question for this absolutely beautiful ring. Okay, there's the ring, and it's going to somebody, and it comes in the case. Yep, you get the case as well. The question is this: area code 502-531-3827. I mentioned in this list one of the greatest singers that ever existed. Saint Elvis Presley had a favorite horror movie. It was 1974. All you got to do is call me and tell me what is the name of that movie. All right, 632, you are live on the air. Hello, 632. Okay, folks, well, hold on. People are calling like crazy. All right, okay, we got it. We got a call. Let's see. All right, what is your area code to make sure that I have the right area code? What is your area code that I'm speaking to now? Hello, how are you? Good. And what? Okay, folks, you can stop calling. Hold on. You have no idea how many people are calling right now. You have no clue. It is absolutely insane. All right. So, area code 623. You're live on the air with Bishop Long. What is your name?
My name is Michelle.
Well, Michelle, how are you doing?
I'm doing quite well.
Well, Michelle, what state are you calling from?
I am from Scottsdale, Arizona.
All right, Scottsdale, Arizona. That's a beautiful place. How's the weather over there?
I'm cold, actually. chilly, but it's not as cold where you're at. I mean, where you are, you're freezing probably.
How are you guys? What's the weather over there?
It's probably about 64 right now.
That's pretty cold for you guys.
Colder.
Yeah.
It's cold.
All right, Michelle from Scottsdale, Arizona. I'm going to be sending you this really. Are you watching us on TikTok or Facebook?
I'm watching you on TikTok.
Well, Michelle, if you can tell, and I know you can't see this because of the green screen. There you go. This really is a beautiful ring. It truly is. I wish I could. I mean, well, there's a good picture. So, Michelle from Scottsdale, Arizona, can you tell everybody the St. Elvis Presley's favorite horror movie? What's the title of it?
Black Christmas.
Whoa, girl, you are an Elvis fan. There, look.
I am.
She doesn't play around. She's got St. Elvis Presley is up in heaven right now watching Black Christmas right now. Well, congratulations to you, Michelle.
All right, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Merry Christmas.
Well, Merry Christmas to you. And do me a favor, if you would, send me that email at bishopjlong@yahoo.com. The letter J, just the letter J. Send that to me tonight, your address, and I will send this to you on Monday.
All right, thank you so much.
Merry Christmas to you.
All right,
All right.
bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Well, congratulations to Michelle from Scottsdale, Arizona. And congratulations to all of you guys. And I know some of you are like, oh man, I wanted that one, or I wanted this one. Folks, look, I have plenty. I'm going to be giving more gifts away. Not obviously not all tonight, but I've got a lot. And I'm telling you folks, I've got a lot of these. And I have all kinds of different, I have quartz, I have, you name it. I have a lot of. So and yes, I did speak to the owner, the person who makes these pillows, these scary pillows. Let me hold on. These pillows, I asked them a little bit about it, and to teach me about it. So I am very, very happy that they did. So I'll be definitely, absolutely making that, and I'm going to turn this off so you guys can see. So this is coming up. And I'm going to holding off on this because this was not cheap, but I wanted to give this away for the Christmas special because I know a lot of you, and it goes on. It's both sides as well, and I'm going to be giving that away here momentarily. I promise you, it will happen. I'm not going to tease you and not do it. I will give that out. I promise it'll happen. Just bear with me for a second while I'm trying to find this background. There we go. Okay. So anyway, Black Christmas, Elvis's favorite. You know what? I'm going to check that out. I'm going to check this out, and I'm going to see how what Elvis liked about it. So we'll find out, and I'm going to definitely find check that out. Horror movies are at least at Christmas. There's one movie, I forgot what it was. This is not the competition, but boy, it was really intense. It was where a ski lift. I think it's where there were some people that were stuck. It's not the tram, but it's actually on the ski lift, and that was a great movie. That was intense. That was a very, very intense movie. And I forgot the name of it. Frozen. That's it. Yeah. Frozen is great. It's about three. Here it is right here. It's three skiers stranded on a chairlift. They are forced to make life or death choices, which prove more perilous than staying put and freezing to death. Three skiers stranded on a chairlift are forced to make life or death choices. I mean, it is really, really good. It's intense. It's a very, very intense. It's an intense movie. But yeah, it was super crazy. It was, and I tell you what, I am. If you're really looking for it, you definitely will need to check that out. By the way, these are friends of mine. I've met them a couple times. They're great guys, just really, really terrific guys. For those of you who like Mountain Monster, the show that's on television, the Travel Channel. I've met them several times. Good guys, really, really great guys. Well, for those of you who want to know, the Ames team returns for season 6 of Mountain Monsters. So more mountains, more monsters, more traps, more fun on the tap for season 6 of the cult classic series Mountain Monsters, as the Ames team's Wild Hunt for Bigfoot premieres January 2nd on the Travel Channel and Discovery Plus. So, by the way, is Bigfoot or bust for the Appalachian Investigators and Mysterious Sighting Team, AIMS. That's what it's called, AIMS. It's Appalachian Investigators and Appalachian Investigations of Mysterious Sightings Team, called AIMS for short, as they head back to the Valley of West Virginia. Now, the survivor members, Willie, Jeff, Joseph, Huckleberry, Jacob, Lowe, and William, Wild Bill, he's crazy. Wild Bill is just, he's a great guy, on a mission to go after massive Sasquatch that they know roams these hidden hills. Now, season 6 of the cult classic series Mountain Monsters returns with 10 new 1-hour episodes beginning on Sunday, January 2nd on the Travel Channel, and begin streaming the same day on Discovery Plus. So before setting off, the AIMS team are given, AIMS, A-I-M-S, teams are given an old shoe shine box that belonged to their beloved late team leader, Trapper. And while they are unsure of what the contents of the box mean, they know there must be more to it after finding an old picture of Trapper sitting next to a Tigard Valley sign. So they hit the road, equipped with the box and determination to catch Bigfoot. The AIMS team soon discover that they are in cryptozoic creature hotspot unlike any other. Now, as they chase the numerous monsters of the Tigard Valley and build breathtaking traps, they continue to learn that Trapper may have been onto the secret all along, and the key to this entire adventure may be within their search. So, welcome to the biggest, baddest, and craziest season of Mountain Monsters yet. Again, it's coming out January the 2nd. The AIMS team is going to be heading back. So, yeah, for those of you, they are wild. They're very cool guys. They're incredibly. You're right. But the AIMS are they're really. But yeah, Kitty says the creepiest movie is The Rite. Actually, the movie The Rite is based on a true story, and their priest's name is Father Gary Thomas. And I've had the opportunity to speak to Father Gary Thomas, and as a matter of fact, I interviewed him on the show, and yeah, it was really intense. What he talked to me about, and he was on set, so he was actually there monitoring, making sure that they know what happened, because it was his life. And I love The Rite because it gives you an insight of what an exorcist goes through, and what our lives are like. And that's why I really love The Rite. So take a look at that. I think if you haven't seen it, it's pretty intense. It really is. And so yeah, no, the AIMS, AIMS. Yeah. And again, for those of you who do not know, AIMS stands for Appalachian Investigations of Mysterious Sightings Team. So AIMS. Okay. Yeah, people were asking about that. So there we go. Well, yeah. Now there's a psychic prediction, by the way. Now I have some friends. Chip Coffey is a good friend of mine, and he is a psychic. And so I'm going to tell you a little bit about what this gentleman, I don't know this guy, but apparently he's very, very famous, highly respected. And so we're going to read what he predicts for 2022. But before we do that, we got to get rid of this beautiful Tibetan bracelet. So you know what's coming up next, folks. You know what's gonna happen. So you know the number is 502-531-3827. Here is the bracelet right here. That's the bracelet, and I'm going to be giving this out. Remember, it stretches, which is pretty cool. So I'll be giving this out to the winner. 502-531-3827, and somebody's going to win that beautiful, beautiful bracelet. And the question, again, I'm going to write this down, bracelets, so that I know who wins this. The question, are you ready for this? People are saying, just ask the question. All right. I just talked to you about a really, really cool show called Mountain Monsters. I need you to tell me the abbreviated name of the Appalachian Investigations of Mysterious Sightings Team. You just need to give me what I told you about 500 times. My buddies on Travel Channel and Discovery Plus. What is the nickname or the name of the Appalachian Investigations of Mysterious Sightings Teams? 480. All right, 480. You are actually live. So they hung up. No, area code 316. You can't hang up. 316. Hello, 316. Okay, 316. Hello.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, area code 316. You're live on the air. Who am I speaking to?
Oh, hello. This is Debbie.
Well, hello, Debbie. How are you?
Yes. Oh, no, I'm surprised I almost forgot.
Well, where are you calling from, Debbie?
I'm calling from Wichita, Kansas.
Oh, from Kansas. All right. Are you guys doing all right with the weather out there?
Oh, it's beautiful. Just about a couple hours ago, it was 70 degrees sitting on my front porch.
Nice, Debbie. That's sounds like it's in Kentucky. Well, Debbie, could you do us a favor and could you tell us the abbreviated name for Appalachian Investigations of Mysterious Sightings Themes?
Yes, AIMS, AIMS.
Whoa, that was perfect. That was 100%. Excellent job. Good for you. I tell you what. Now, are you watching us on Facebook or YouTube or TikTok?
I'm on Facebook.
Well, there you go. I'm going to put this up here on Facebook. You can kind of see it. This really is pretty.
Oh, I love it. It's beautiful.
Yep. And this actually was. I got this in Los Angeles, and this was actually blessed by a Tibetan monk. They were there, and they were giving out these things, and people could make donation to their temple. But I'm going to send this out to you, and I will send that to you on Monday. But make sure you send me an email, Bishop J. Long at yahoo.com. Send that to me tonight. And Debbie, I'll be looking for it from Wichita, Kansas, and I'll send that out to you.
Okay, thank you. This is such a blessing.
Absolutely. Well, Merry Christmas to you, Debbie.
Merry Christmas to you too.
All right. Have a great night. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Well, okay, folks. Well, that's Debbie. That's Debbie from Wichita, Kansas. That really, really, really cool. So congratulations to you, Debbie. And congratulations to all you folks. So we were talking about psychics and this individual who is saying the next, yep. The next and last gift is the pillow. I'll giving that out here momentarily. But first, hold on. Hey, Bill. I got to ask this question. Hold on, everybody, real quick. Bill is on KGRADB.com radio. So, Bill, do we have? Okay. Oh, you can give me 5 minutes more. Okay, excellent. Yeah, because I was getting ready to ask you, Bill, if we had to wrap things up. Yeah, because Bill has to head to. Okay, good, excellent. Okay, good. There's no show because Bill is producing the show behind the scenes, and so okay, excellent. Thank you, Bill. Appreciate it. All right, listen to this, everybody. This is very, very interesting, and I want to see what you guys think about this. There's a Psychic 2022 predictions. Look at Queen's future, chicken soup fears, and new virus. Well, Nicholas Ajula is a past life regression and soul therapist, has made some explosive predictions after hearing a voice in his head tell him about next year. Well, there we go. Daily Record, everybody. This is what he says. Most Scots will be delighted to kick 2021 in the long grass and move into the pastures of new 2022. However, renowned psychic has issued a warning that next year could be just as chaotic and uneventful. Nicholas Ajula, past life regression and soul therapist, has made some explosive forecasts after hearing a voice in his head tell him about the upcoming events. You see, he's 36 years old. He can see a new virus and some strange drama involving chicken soup, meaning that in 2022 is set to be another 12 months that we won't forget. Now, however, it's not all doom and gloom, as Nicholas foresees the Queen of England having a much brighter and a year, and Meghan Markle is believed to be getting a brand new presenting role. So Nicholas usually bases his predictions on visions he sees in his mind's eye as moving scenes as a giant imaginary TV screen, which is known as clairvoyance, and has lived, as he says, many lives as an Egyptian queen, lion, and even lived in another galaxy. Well, some people say, oh, come on. Well, hold on. This is what he says. Prince William and Kate Middleton will continue to present a unified front, and Prince Charles and Camilla will actually grow in popularity. Now, while he fears Prince Harry and Meghan Markle may still have much troubles in 2022, they have a lot to be excited about. He sees Meghan Markle standing on a platform and doing speeches. The psychic also sees the couple having a third child in the future, but believe it won't be, it does not believe it will be next year, if those of you care about the royalties. As for some other famous faces, he predicts that there will be a sad event for singing sensation Madonna, and Hollywood legend Will Smith will face heartache. But it's looking up for pop band's Steps. I don't know who they are, who he thinks will get a huge revival in their popularity over the next year. Anyone called Jackie. By the way, he says anyone who's called Jackie, you better be ready, because he says an ordinary woman with that name is going to spring from obscurity to find superstardom overnight in 2022. He says someone called Jackie will become a superstar, said Nicholas, who doesn't quite know who this mysterious new celeb would be. He also believes gooseberries will become a new superfood that everyone will start eating. And there will be a mass recall of chicken soup. Well, I don't even know what a gooseberry is. Nicholas, who is originally from Brazil, is confident his homeland will win a major sporting event in 2022 and is predicting success in a particular athlete. So he says that a young female tennis player will surprise everyone by unexpectedly winning a major tournament. Now, globally, he sees superpower struggles and a renewed space between China and Russia. And by the end of the decade, he believes China will finally have become the dominant superpower. And we will be all watching Chinese films and adopting Chinese words and phrases into our everyday speech. Elsewhere, Nicholas is under the belief that Poland is wanting to follow Britain's footsteps, leave the EU. And there, by the way, he says there will be a miracle. He says, and some kind of miracle will be discovered in Jerusalem and claimed by the Christian world. Well, my dear friend, there has already been a major miracle there, and it's called Jesus Christ. So anyway, that is what he predicts, and you can check him out and see what he thinks about, whatever. Okay, so here it is, the final and last bit of your little thing that we're doing, this competition. It is for the pillow. Okay, I'm going to turn this off on Facebook. Okay, so don't call yet. 502-531-3827. 502-531-3827. Okay. Question is this. I just told you that this psychic claims that there will be a superfood. 205, you're live on the air. Hello, 205.
Hello.
How are you? What's your name?
My name is Lynn.
Well, hello.
Merry Christmas, Bishop.
Well, Lynn, Merry Christmas to you as well. Where are you calling from? Alabama. All right. Well, can you tell us, Lynn, the question is, that superfood, do you know that superfood this psychic said will be the new superfood?
I'm going to guess and say gooseberries.
Whoa, look at you. You got the pillow, girlfriend. Congratulations to you, Lynn. Do you know what a gooseberry, what is a gooseberry?
I think it's kind of like a muscadine.
Okay. I've never had a gooseberry, but apparently he says we need to invest in it. So there we go. Are you watching us on TikTok or are you watching us on Facebook?
On TikTok.
Well, hell, I'm going to look at you there. Congratulations to you, Lynn, in Alabama. And I'm going to be sending that to you. Just do me a favor, if you would, Lynn. Make sure you send me that email, bishopjlong@yahoo.com. Okay?
Yes, sir, I will.
And
Thank you so much.
absolutely. Merry Christmas to you, Lynn.
Merry Christmas to you, Bishop.
All right. Have a great night.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Well, congratulations to Lynn and congratulations to all you guys. Now, don't forget and don't stress. Don't stress. I have so many more items that I'll be giving out. We'll do some next week. How's that? Just for fun. So we're gonna no problems. We're all good. And you never know. You never know. This is a hint. You never know if next week there'll be another pillow. I'm just saying. So there we are. Everyone, for those of you who are listening to us on Spreaker, I want to say God bless you and have a beautiful evening. And now my friends on Spreaker is seeing Arrivederci. For those of you who are on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and KGRADB and radio, I want to say to you guys, congratulations to all of you. Remember, your value does not decrease based on someone's inability to see your worth. Remember, you are priceless, and never let anyone tell you otherwise. So for those of you, I want to wish you a very, very Merry Christmas. And I will see all you guys next week. God bless you guys on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Have a beautiful day. Thank you. Thank you, Bill. Appreciate it. The Sacred Division has been brought to you by Bishop Long's online paranormal course. Learn demonology, angelology, paranormal studies, and genealogy. It's 100% online, and you learn at your own pace. Please go to www.bishopjameslong.com and click on the paranormal course link.